Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to Wofoy TV live stream. Guys, if this is your first time here, please follow the page. If you have been coming here and you have never followed the page, please do so. Just click the follow button at the top when you're on this page. Please share the live video, share it on your timeline, share it in your various groups so that others can also enjoy it. Guys, so this video is going to be pretty short and quick because I'm starting a little bit late. As you can tell, today I'm in the office, so walking from the office to come back and sit in my car, it took a little while. Okay, so today this interview experience was really a sad one, right? So this morning I just talked about a few things that lessons that we could learn from it, but of course it wasn't deep into the story. So today I'm going to read the story and then offer you my opinion. All right. I personally have not spoken with this person. I don't know who this person is. This interview experience was shared in many of my groups, and that's how I came by it. All right. The ones that came through me, it's like sometimes people just share their interview experience with me without they having spoken with me ever. So this one, I don't know this person. Okay, I don't know whether they're in my group or they are not, because you know sometimes people don't tell you their story, they are shy to even speak up. So I don't know who this person is. I don't think I know this person. So this person is a DV2022 winner, and they went for the interview in Kenya. So whether they are Kenyans or they are Ugandans, that is another topic, but they went for their interview in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, on 22nd September, which was 8 days to the whole thing being over. All right, so they said on the morning, so they had the appointment for September 22nd. The appointment was at 11:30 a.m. They went to the nearest hotel to the embassy. Okay guys, I will not be able to answer any questions. I need to make this real quick. When I'm done and there's still some time, I'll be able to respond to some of your questions. So this person said they stayed at a hotel that is close to the embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi, Kenya. In the morning, they took a taxi, 5 a.m., and then they arrived at the embassy. When they got to the embassy, they went through security checks and stuff. When they went inside, there was a black lady. The lady took their documents. The documents they had was birth certificates, diplomas, and medical examination, police clearance, and then the passport photos. Okay, and he said the lady asked me if I have never traveled outside of Kenya, and I said yes. Have you never traveled outside of Kenya? The person said yes. And then she tells me to go and sit down. My number was 2. So you know when you go to sometimes in some office you have to pull like a ticket. So they pulled that and went and sat down. Well, minutes later they were called to go and pay their visa fee. The person said 330 visa fee. So I'm not sure, because they were a family. I'm not sure why they paid 330. So they paid and went and sat down. So he said after about 20 minutes, I was called to report to the black lady there, and she starts check my document. Second time told me I did not file the DS260 form for my husband and my daughter. So this is a woman talking. She said that when she went, they said she didn't fill the DS260 for her husband and her daughter. Okay. So, and she was like, why? But I have added them. Which form again do you want? I started to become furious. She took a white paper and write for me to go to cyber, right? Cyber and fill the DS260 form for my husband and my daughter. Please, when Kenyans refer to, when they say cyber, in Ghana, it is the internet cafe, right? So when this person says cyber, they are mostly talking about internet cafe. So the person said that the black lady told her to go to the internet cafe and add her husband and her daughter because they are not on the application. And the lady was like, she paid the cyber 3,000, and I'm thinking 3,000 shillings for the work. So she paid the cyber cafe person, the internet cafe attendant, 3,000 shillings that's Kenyan money, for them to add the husband and the child to do everything. So why is it that she's not seeing them on the application? Why is it that the person at the embassy is telling them that her husband and her child are not on this application? And those of you who have been following me for a while, you will know the answer to this part, right? The answer is that if somebody fills the DS260 for you, there should be a confirmation page for each person. So if the cyber person who filled for you didn't give you 3 confirmation pages, then you know that he filled one. All right. Okay, so now she said even getting to the cyber cafe, that place, she almost got lost for like 10 minutes because she was now panicking, because in her mind everything was perfect. So why is that all of a sudden the husband was not on it? So she said she started asking God what happened to the prayers that she has been praying. Of course, they speak Swahili, so me, I don't speak Swahili, so I cannot translate some of the words here. She said she was confused, the husband was worried, the child was angry, and her friends something, but I don't understand that language, so let's skip the part that she spoke Swahili. So he said later at the cyber, which is the internet cafe, she only had 200 shillings, because at the back of her mind she thought that it was something very little, right? She thought it was something very little. So she got all of these things done, and let's see. Yeah, so it looks like her money wasn't enough, because she thought it was something small the internet cafe person was going to fix, not knowing a whole DS260 application. This thing, somebody who has all of your information, it could take them at least 30 minutes. And she was going to pay this person 200 shillings. And that is a small money. She thought it was something small. And this person will have to fill for her husband and for her child, because they are not on there. All right? So, with everything, she said it took 2 hours, exactly as I thought. Hi, Joseph. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Desmond. Thanks for joining in. So, this lady thought that he was going to fix something that would take quick moment. It took her 2 hours at the internet cafe. Exactly. Somebody who has all of your information, it could take them at least 30 minutes. So, this thing, she underestimated what the problem was. Okay? So she said they finished everything, and of course all this while she was praying and all those things. So she took the forms, went to the embassy. She waited for 40 minutes and she was called to counter 7, and then they scanned 4 of her right fingers, left and right fingers, and then the big fingers. I think she's talking about her thumbs. Okay, so now they are on the actual interview. Okay, so they asked her for her name. They asked her to raise her right hand, swear to tell the truth. They asked her, are you married? Do you have children? They asked her, what is your education level? She gave the answer. Have you been married in the past? She said no. Have you had children? She answered. Are you customarily married? And that's when she gave the answer. After the answers to her questions, he asked me if I have customary photos to show proof our marriage is real. The truth was, I had a lot of photos that he could not have been, so he could not have seen all of it. Guys, I'm trying to fit in some of the sentences. Okay, some words are missing, some letters are missing, so I'm trying to paste them together. Then he asked my husband if he was a businessman, and as for my husband, we even carry egg photos to show that he was indeed egg seller business man. So this woman, her husband was he deals in poultry business. So the husband sells eggs. So she said they have photos to show that this is what my husband does. He sells eggs. This is the stuff, and I think it was a really good thing for her to do. Okay, so he said after everything, the man was now to give the judgment. Imagine how my heart was beating like drum. I was sweating for nothing. The consul told me to step forward and took the red paper, and after a lot of running up and down, he told me, sorry, I cannot give you the green paper to US because of the following reasons. You have had your husband late, so you have added your husband late. And then 2, you failed to fill them in your DS form as the main applicant, and you did it now. And then 3, you have violated the DV rule by lying. You said that you have traveled outside of Kenya for more than 5 years, while it's not true. And then the lady is saying that is a cyber guy with the form, and instead of typing no for the question, you type yes. I realized this very late, and the late became so late that she couldn't change anything. After finished reading, he gave me back my documents with a low tone. I asked me, sir, is there anything I can do? He said, I'm sorry, you can't do anything, but what I would advise is just go and try the lottery again. All the best. I was almost fainting. My girl told me, Mommy, why did that Muzungu? Muzungu means, is it Muzungu? Muzungu means white person, right? Oyibo, Obroni. Told me, so the daughter was asking, why did this white lady tell you, or white person to tell you? And he said, are we going to the US? Will I carry my teddy bear to the US? The more questions she asked, the more tears ran down like a tap. I lost words, and my husband just told me to take heart. So, and then she said something in Swahili, and that's how it went. I am here again, hoping for the best. So, guys, after reading this lady's sad stories, we can see a few things where the problems may have come from. Guys, it is my own speculation based on reading the interview experience that this lady shared, right? So the first mistake was that when she went for the interview and she filled the application and the husband was not on there, right? To me, it tells me that on the initial entry, the husband was not included. That is what I think. I think that based on what she wrote, the husband was not included. So when she showed the customary photos and everything, to me, it may have exposed the fact that the photos are older and your marriage is new, right? That is my own speculation. Like I said, if this lady who went for the interview, if she wants to have an interview with me, I will be happy to talk to her. So if any of you knows who this lady is and she wants to talk, I will be happy to interview her and hear the full story from her, okay? So that it will help all of us understand what actually went down. And then the other thing was that when she went for the interview and they said your husband is not here, and she went to the cyber cafe to add the husband and her daughter, the second mistake there was that if you fill the DS260, you should have confirmation page. If you are a family of 3, you should have 3 confirmation pages. If you have only 1 confirmation page, it means that only 1 was filled for you. So if she knew that she wanted to come with her husband and her child, she should have had 3 confirmation pages, not just 1. Because each person they fill for, when they are about to submit, it gives them, when you submit it, it gives you a whole confirmation page. You submit for your next person, it gives you a whole confirmation page. So it is not 1 confirmation page for the whole family. Every person who you intend to receive visa, that person will have their own confirmation page, okay? So the lady, the fact that she was going for interview, she wanted her husband and her daughter to come to America with her, she should have had 3 confirmation pages. And I'm thinking that maybe she didn't know. That is why, my people, these are things you should ask. Oh, please, I'm going for an interview with my husband and my daughter. Can somebody, these are the list of things that I have. Can somebody verify for me if it is enough? See, you are in groups. Ask people, please, this is the list of things that I have. My husband and my daughter, we are all going to America. Please, somebody look at the list for me and let me know if I'm missing anything. When you are in groups, you can ask these questions. Somebody will look and tell you, the confirmation page, did you get all of them? Or is it 1? Or did you do this? So that you can get things and not wait till the last minute, right? Now, when she went to the cyber cafe, and this person felt that, yes, she had traveled. Guess what? it means that the person also put the country that she had traveled to. Because see, on the DS2EC application, when they ask you, have you traveled outside of your home country, and you say yes, it is not just yes. You say yes, and it asks you where, which countries, list them. So the cyber cafe person did not just say yes, they said yes and put some information there. So if that was not true, then it is even a big lie. Because first of all, you said yes, and now you are making up story that you went to some countries. See, I'm not saying it's the lady who did it all, but the cyber cafe person who was doing it for her. And as I said in my live video this morning, when it is done, please, before the person submits anything, go through, look at it. Oh, okay, my brother, this thing here is wrong. Fix it for me. And I can imagine the amount of pressure this lady was under. Imagine you have gone for the interview and they tell you go and add your husband. So even though they refused her, the fact that she added her husband at the interview was not the reason. I think that part of the reasons were just two things. First, this is my own opinion. First, it is possible that on the lotto, the husband was not added. The husband and the daughter were not added on the entry. Maybe she paid the cyber cafe person to apply for her, and they didn't add the husband and daughter. I've seen this happen before. One man, he paid, even the cyber guy, the internet cafe person gave him receipt that is from this Mr. This and his wife and kids. When the cyber person or the cafe person filled the application, the agent did not include their daughter. So I am thinking that maybe the person filled for just the woman, didn't include her husband or the daughter. Okay? Because I know one Ghanaian in DV2023. When he went for interview, he filled the DS2EC just for himself. But he did the medicals with his wife, did the medical with his son. He did the entry, the lottery entry with his wife and son. But when he was filling the DS260, he only filled for himself. When he went for the interview, even Ghana, they told him that, you are supposed to include your wife and your son. You were supposed to fill DS260 for them. So go and fill another one. So that was how I met that guy. If he's watching this video, he will know himself. He's now in America now. So the embassy sent him back that he should go and fill the application for his wife and his son. And he came through me, and then I helped him with the process. And finally, he was able to add his wife and daughter. But remember, this guy... but remember that this guy had included the family on the application, on the lotto registration. If you don't include them on the lotto registration, meanwhile they are alive, and then you go for the interview, that is where it becomes a problem. That is where it becomes a problem. So this is an unfortunate thing that happened to our sister. Imagine, for them to get interview, their interview date was September 6th. And the embassy changed it to September 22nd. Imagine that time, panic. Because it is only 8 days for the DV lottery thing to be over. Their program here to be over. So you have only 8 days. Your interview is September 6th. And then they change it to September 22nd. Your heart is racing that, hey, are these people going to cancel my interview again? And then you go, you pay to stay in a hotel. You pay taxi fee. You pay your visa fee. And then upon all of this, visa gets refused. Upon all of this, visa gets refused. She goes to the internet cafe, spends 2 hours there, pays this person to fill the thing. So she initially paid somebody money to do the lottery and everything for her. And then now, when there's a problem, she goes back to internet cafe and lets another person fill it for her because she doesn't even know much about the process. So this was a very sad situation. And for me, to that lady, if you are watching, wherever you are, I say that take heart. But I pray that you are using this as a big lesson to yourself. When people do things for you, you have to use your own two eyes to read through. If you can't read, let your husband read. If your husband cannot read, let your daughter, who might be able to read, and try to explain things to you. This cyber guy just did things to just finish and collect his money. Meanwhile, he has made big mistake. And you know, when the lady went back to the internet cafe to do this, I bet the embassy collected 3 visa fees. See, when she was coming to do it first, and they told her that you need to, Inshaba, you're saying, when will I come to TikTok? Please give me time today, later. If I'll be able to come on TikTok, I will post it on Facebook and go there. Yesterday, I said I was going to come on TikTok, but I was really tired that I lay down and couldn't get up to, do much. So yeah, but guys, I want this to be a lesson for all of us. Do things for me without supervision. When people do things for you, you must supervise them. You must use your own eyes to see, what is this that you wrote here? What is this that you type here? Hey, what does this mean? You see, when people do things for you and you don't, it's like you are putting your whole destiny, your fate into somebody's hands. You are believing that the person will do perfect work. But in life, there are some people who will just do things quick because it is not theirs, it is yours. They are looking for more customers. You went to cyber cafe. The faster they can do your work and go on to the next person, the more money, the more customers, right? So whilst you are there, they are trying to do things fast so that you go and then they can get the next person and it will be more money for them. So please, when you let people do things for you, especially when it comes to immigration, oversee it, supervise it, look at it. If you can't read, let somebody who knows you, your family members who know book, who have gone to school, let somebody read the thing, go through. Because else, this thing, if this lady had known, if she had known, she could have, gone through all by herself. Or she could have, known that, oh, my DS260, this thing is not right too. So, my dear sister, take heart. And she had a good case number. Her case number was 1,000 range, less than 2,000. Less than 2,000. So this was a very painful and sad story for our dear sister. And I pray that she recovers and she comes back as stronger. And next time when she's filling the registration, or if she did the recent one, I hope that she included her entire immediate family, her daughter and her husband. I hope that she includes them. Okay? Guys, when I'm screaming here, it is because of situations like this. I want you to do the right thing. I'm giving you free information. This is a lady who paid somebody. And look at what happened. Make a mistake like that. I know paying somebody to fill your form for you will not guarantee that you will get the visa. But this lady, she didn't get the visa because of the mistakes the person who filled for her. That person cost her. The person you have paid, is like you have paid for your own downfall. When I fill your DS260, it doesn't mean that you get your visa. But at least mistakes, there will not be mistakes that are going to affect you, that are going to make you lose your opportunity. If you don't get your visa, it will be your own fault. So please, hi Anthony, thanks for joining me. Hi Addison, thanks for joining in. Guys, so I'm going to end this live video. I pray that we learn from these stories, guys, because time and time again we are hearing stories like this. Somebody applied for me, somebody did this for me, and that person has caused you. If I were this lady, I would go to the cyber cafe. What I would do to the cyber guy, I will use my anger and my frustrations. All right. Thank you so much, Anthony, for the stars. If I were this lady, I will go back to the internet cafe, the guy who filled the thing for me. The way I will job you, next time when you see somebody coming and telling you about, oh, it's American visa, you will tell them, please take your matter. Because this person caused this lady, caused her and her family. Look at the way the daughter, the questions she was asking. She was all happy. I bet she had told her friends, we are going to America. So how is this child going to face her friends? You know kids now, they will laugh at her. So things like this, it is not just you. The husband was telling the wife, take heart. It doesn't mean that the man is not worried, is not bothered, he is not heartbroken. He is. The husband is also heartbroken, but as a man, he's trying to also maintain, his composure. But I'm sure deep down in his heart, he's heartbroken. But somebody must be strong, because he can see his wife shedding tears. He can see his daughter heartbroken. So for him, he's enduring, hiding his, so that he can console everybody. I want you, please, follow the advice, follow the rules. You not knowing, ignorance is not an excuse. We have heard this word so many times. Ignorance. Me, I didn't know that when I get to this place, I'm supposed to stop. It is not an excuse. So please, when we are going through this process, take time, read through it. Make sure that the information the person is putting there, you are signing to it. You are giving your seal of approval. Else, when you go and anything happens, you cannot say that I wasn't the one who told him to do that. The person has said it. What can you do? You can't change anything there. You see, the lady asked, is there anything, sir? Is there anything we can do? He said, no, there's nothing you can do now. The damage has been caused, right? So please, those of you who applied without your spouse, my wife had traveled, my husband had traveled, my husband is somewhere. I hope you let this be a big lesson to you people. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. In this day and age, with technology, if your husband is not in the same town as you, you mean to say that your phone cannot receive photo messages. So please, make sure that you follow the rules, so that we don't have this mistakes. We don't have problems like this. So to our sister and her family, please take heart. We pray that you will be strong, and it will be a big lesson to you, so that in the future your story will be a testimony. I pray that this her story, she will in few years she will come back again with another story and say, it was me whose case was like this. Today I am victorious. Today I have succeeded. Today I have my visa. Today my family, we have our visa. I pray that her story turns around for her. And I pray for the same thing for many of you guys. I pray that we hear a lot of good news. Okay? So guys, this is where I'll end the live video. Please share the videos with your friends and family, so that the people who are going to suffer because of mistakes like this, they will see them. So that when they're going for the interview, they know their problems. Okay? They will know what lays ahead of them before they enter the embassy. Okay? So please share the video. Share it on your timeline. You might be helping your friends save them their money. You may be helping a family member save them the money they are going to waste. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. But as you know, I'll keep making videos. I'll be sharing interview experiences, and I will keep making videos like this. So guys, if you have done your interview, whatever the outcome, please share it here. Share it with me. You send it to wofoytv@gmail.com, and I will, we'll post it here and make a video and discuss it so that we can all learn something out of that. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, for your patience. Those of you who are asking about the TikTok, I will make a post about it on this platform if I will go on TikTok tonight. So please, I don't want to make promises right now, because yesterday I made a promise and I just fell asleep. I put my phone on Facebook and just watching videos on Facebook, and I fell asleep. I was just that tired. I couldn't get up to do anything. So I don't want to make any promises today, but if I will go, I will make a post on Facebook so that you guys can meet me on TikTok. All right. But guys, thank you so much for your time, for your patience. I hope that we are all learning from this experience, so that we don't become victims of such situations. All right. Thank you so much, Ajwa. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Thank you everyone who has shared this video. I thank you for those of you who sent the stars. Thank you so much, Anthony. Guys, know that during the live video you can share stars if it's if the option is available in your country, right? If it's available in your country, you will see the star symbol, the star thing at the top. You will see the star symbol yellow. If it's not visible in your view, it means that in your country it is not available. All right. But thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you, and bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.